Fiscal prudence is something very important to maintain the macroeconomic stability of India. And here, the central government and the state governments have to be very careful on the fiscal deficit and the height of government borrowings, what is happening. Uh, to control the fiscal deficit, there have been targets given by 15th Finance Commission on the kind of borrowings what the states can make and how much the center can offer and in fact how much they can borrow. And keeping those limits in mind, most of these states are within the required cap of 30 to 31% of the state GDP, which can be borrowed by the state government. So most of the states are within that, but still a few states are beyond that. And we have to watch that very carefully because this is dynamic happening. And current year, we need to observe how the states are behaving on this front and how they are reining in the fiscal deficit, what is required to be within control. So, as per the 15th Finance Commission submissions, we are planning to head towards the central government to reach out to 4 to 4.5% of fiscal deficit target, and the states in average combined to around 2.8% of fiscal deficit, and the combined will be less than 7% by FY26. So with that idea, that path shown, with that idea we are moving ahead, and it's important that all the states are careful and the center is also careful on the kind of borrowings what we are doing overall as a nation, as government. Additionally, it is also something very important that when the states are losing on tax revenues or unable to raise the right amount of money revenue and more to supply the money, more to get money through borrowing, then where are these money going? Is it going for capital expenditure or is it being wasted in operational expenditure, if I may say so? So it's required that money when borrowed goes for capital expenditure, and even with the existing money from the tax revenue, it should go. So it's recommended in a way that more than 40% if goes to the capital expenditure, that will lead to some growth, 40% of the entire expenditure from the state budget. So if that goes then in capital expenditure, then that will provide growth and the right return for those capex borrowings for those borrowings. And that is something that parameter is missed by most, and in fact only a couple of states, Kerala and Gujarat, have achieved that target recent year. So that is also something, and even the central government have achieved that. So here we can see growth, but when that money is going into consumption, then that is not yielding growth, and only the interest liability will add over time and further complicate the situation and lead to financial imprudence for most of these states. So these things are to be very carefully taken into account when we are making budgets and dispersing money, allocating money, and raising revenue. With that, I believe one last submission is the disbursement of money from central government to state through the divisible pool, 41% recommended by 15th Finance Commission, but it's important to note that cesses and surcharge is not part of this divisible pool, and the central government needs to put more money, raise less money through these cesses and surcharges. Rather, everything should be in the divisible pool so that states can have more money to invest and plan long term. Thank you.